hyper banter. We're moving into round 4, and guess what? I told you guys there might be some spicy info. I can kind of start talking about it now.
Well, okay, let's see if it happens.
Let's see if it happens.
There's
some rumors that some hot drops may be coming into play inside this round.
Such as?
Well, we gotta keep an eye on it. The rumor is Elder Wolves is perfectly fine with dropping on a couple of teams, and they want to try to test their might.
Well, yeah, why would
they don't want to go out in last place. The easiest way to do that is to net a couple of kills. Another team that needs to be watching their back, and looks like it may be happening, is Simplicity, because there might be another team that could be looking their direction.
No, they wouldn't.
No, the rumor was that it was going to be E United might go after them. But it looks like a long drop's going to be coming out over here.
But look up at Rozok school area, man. It's getting crowded up there.
Yeah, this is different from Elder Wolves.
Back over here. Elder Wolves is going to be committing to this. It looks like they're going to choose to fight somebody.
Dude, this is crazy.
And it might be Team Gates. Right. Team Gates is presently in 16th place and needs a good game. So Elder Wolves does drop school right next to them.
All right, here's the deal. Team Gates, 16th place. Check 6, 17th place, less than 100 points behind. And behind that, Reinvent, 2 points behind Check 6. All three of these teams need as many points as possible here in round 4, the final round of these qualifiers.
I gotta say, it is a touch of bad manners, though, whenever you're dropping on somebody that's trying to fight for their way and in that cusp location to make their way into the NPL. If you're gonna choose a hot drop, go after the top dogs, or go after somebody that's already firmly secured, or go after somebody that might give you a step up.
They're just here to influence the outcome.
But now I gotta say, Team Gates, it's on you. If you want the NPL, now you have an uphill battle ahead of you. How are you going to handle it?
Maybe this is better for Gates.
Oh,
right?
apparently it may not be an uphill battle.
Stay cute,
Landoon hitting some good shots on that. Naturally not going to be able to follow it up and go for the flush. Elder Wolves might be rethinking the strategy that they've got to go with.
This could be better for Team Gates. More opportunity for more points to help them secure a spot.
Here's 4 free kills. Let's see if that helps you get up the ladder just a touch.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, dropping me.
Look, I'll let y'all talk about it. I don't want to get into it. I think it's BM, but it is what it is. As Team Gates going to have to do something, take care of Elder Wolves right to their west. They also need to worry about Zenith over the top here, because if they take too long engaging in this fight, Zenith could at any point just make their way down from Rozok and start getting involved in this as well.
And Zenith also on the hunt for more points. Naturally, we've been following all these early teams, like we talk about our 4 featured teams, but we got to kind of keep an eye on this one. I know it's not one of our featured teams. I know everybody's going to be so upset about that. But this time around, let's be honest, we're following Wildcard, Ghost Gaming, Cloud9, and Simplicity.
Yeah,
we're going to see them.
Good stuff all
We're going to
around.
see them. Don't worry about it.
It's really hard to want to focus on the 4 teams that have already, pretty much for sure qualified.
Well, they got to flex a little bit inside this round.
Hey,
let's be honest.
C9, all these teams deserve as much attention as anybody in this lobby. C9 definitely earning their keep as well. Maybe not so much today, though.
Cloud9 in 7th place.
Kind of been slipping a little today.
Been slipping since day 1.
I wouldn't say that's dangerous, but it's a little nerve-wracking.
I mean, they still got this final round here. We'll see what happens. Don't forget the first day, they went, kind of whatever until that final round where they really went off.
Yeah, and I mean, this could be their opportunity, but remember, we got Simplicity in the lobby, and man, they destroy this map.
They really do. And the same thing, right? We've seen the same drops out of them. Simplicity always going to Novo. You've got Ghost right above them in Milta. And last round yesterday, Ghost challenged them.
If we can bring back out the map just a little bit and zoom it out, Reinvent is in a very weird split that I've never seen happen before. You saw a couple of their guys that are just to the southeast of Pachinki, kind of like a little bit west of Farm. And then they have Greg shot all the way down to military base. It almost feels like that was a safety anchor position. They sent somebody down maybe in case it goes over towards military base, but the circle is just going to go back. Center is just a little bit south of Yasnaya, so nothing too terribly crazy.
That's kind of been a drop strategy for a lot of teams recently, is to send that one player over to the military island, as you said, to serve as that kind of anchor point just in case the circle does cut to military.
Another thing I want to mention, sorry. Dude,
no, go ahead.
Yeah, in Yasnaya, usually we've seen Halo Clan Gaming and Check 6 dropping together there. This time, Check 6 up in Severny, trying to just kind of avoid contact early, maybe last longer in the fight, because they're on that cusp right now. They're one of those teams, right?
Yeah, I mean, they need a really good game. I was talking to Godku between the rounds, and he says they essentially need a win with 15 kills. So they're going to kind of slow roll it to get everything started here. Team Gates managed to get themselves a little bit further away from the hot drop that came out from the Elder Wolves. So it looks like they managed to buy themselves a little bit more space. Now, Elder Wolves, they got School, but School's not necessarily the best place to drop for a full 4-man squad.
No, not really. They are going to have to. I mean, they're safe for now. and they should be able to hold this down. But nobody really transitions to school either as a place to hold.
It depends. We've been seeing some crazy finishes around there.
That's true. I mean, we've seen 2 apartment finishes for the love of God. I haven't seen apartment finishes in months.
I got to give a shout out to everybody that's playing in the NPL preseason. These have been some absolutely cruel circles that they've had to contend with.
They've been nutty.
And they've just been dealing with it, and we're still seeing strong performance. Yeah, fun for us.
Yeah,
but I mean,
this is what I want to see.
You could hear the groans and the complaints from the players as they're looking through everything. Cloud9, they said that they were wanting to put on a show. They have been doing that, but it might be affecting their leaderboard. Uh-oh, they're going to take a stop. They've spotted out somebody. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for a light show. How much health do you have, man? That's like nothing. You can't even see his health underneath of his name right there. There you go. Now he has some more health. But you got 4 people pushing over here. What you going to do? Not going to hit that spray onto it, and that's going to be an early kill coming out for Cloud9, getting themselves first blood.
Yeah, good eyes coming out from Nerf and Moody there, making sure to spot the prone guy. They knew he was where the general area he is, but you know how dangerous it can be when you're going up against a prone player lying on the side of the mountain. Profi going to go ahead and get rezzed here. He might have to replace a vest at some point, but C9 still overall no worse for the wear.
And we should point out to everybody that's watching, this is the last game for this group right here. We still have another 16 teams that are going to play tomorrow, but everybody needs to have a very good game, as there are going to be another 16 teams that still have 4 rounds to make their way up the leaderboard. This is a little bit of a risky rotation coming out from here from Mini Fridge Jr. They've already lost 1 player, and they're playing with fire. They're still rotating around where Cloud9 is at. And now we're going to see Reinvent. We talked about that weird 3 split. They're looking back over towards Smoke and Aces. That's going to be a down from CeeLo. Smoke and Aces is needing a good game themselves, as well as Reinvent. I like it when we get into this last round, because everybody starts turning bloodthirsty. They know they need the points, and they got to start gunning for them real early. So you're going to see some crazy risky plays coming from these guys.
Soapylicious was trying to make a little flank here from the north side, but Define Legit wasn't able to stay alive for long enough for the flank to come out. Even still, Grizzly was watching out for it. So that's going to be 2 going down for Smoke and Aces. Now they just need to play for placement.
Yeah, and that was fantastic for Reinvent. As I mentioned earlier, I believe they were in 18th place, 2 points behind Check 6. They've definitely taken that spot away from Check 6.
I mean, you can tell everybody is vying for it. Oh, look at this, a denial of resources. Team Gates. They're having a rough early game, as it feels like everything is out against them at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the minimap for Cloud9 right here, so you can see Cloud9's on the southwest of them. However, to the north of them, they still got Zenith Esports.
I mean, look at these rotations coming out from Cloud9. You can't even call them rotations. They're just chasing sound. If anything happens around them, they're like,
I hear a car.
We go that way. I mean, they started off in Pachinki. They're over here next to Potato Mountain. They rotated over, got to kill off the Adapt guys. Now going over there and messing with Gates. I mean, look at how far they've already kind of crossed, just running around and hunting people.
Hey, I got a question. Why is it called Potato Mountain?
Because it looks like a potato. See where Grizzly's at?
Yeah, it don't look like a potato.
Sometimes.
Actually, looks kind of a...
Sometimes these things are actually named for really dumb reasons, Rip.
That's what I was asking. I was hoping to get a dumb reason.
You know the one that tilts me more than anything else?
What's that?
Is the fact that just south of Georgia Pool, they call it Everest. But Stolber is taller than Everest, and I don't know why that bothers me so much.
Because no one ever goes to Stolber. It's way out there in the corner.
But still, Everest is supposed to be the tallest mountain.
I got it. But it's also what you want to see.
Every single time I say it, though, in the back of my head, it's just like, the math doesn't check out.
Yeah, well, if you're going to get upset about something, you might as well stand on that, die on that mountain.
Yeah. Just call it like, Potato Everest.
Welcome to inside my brain. These really asinine things just drive me crazy late at night.
Well, it looks like Wildcard got a little vision on somebody from range here. They're going to look like, I think that's going to be Reinvent all the way across as Tumai. Going to be taking those long range M24 shots. Trying to get anything out of it. Moody, C9 boys still fragging at anything that comes near. They're going to go into Adapt. And that's 2. Zydus and Mardonis going to be picked up and picked off by Adapt, who is in...
Look at this, though. It's going to be Cloud9 still getting involved in fights.
Everywhere.
They've already taken down Light Show. Now they're going to go after something. You can see the ticks of damage are just ticking over to him. This is going to be really risky. He's going to be playing around the smoke. Is he gonna be able to get the res off. And no, he is not. Moody manages to pick it up through the smoke. And God, I gotta turn around and look at the Cloud9 guys. They gotta be feeling good about that.
Is there any worse feeling in the world than when you go through all that trouble, you fight, you get to your teammate who's doing out, like, I've got you, buddy, we're rezzing you, and then all of a sudden the bullet just through the smoke. Yeah, that's a feels bad.
I mean, I gotta say, Cloud9 right now, they're making me want to go home and play some PUBG right now.
I'm about to go play some PUBG.
It's just crazy to watch.
Just play, you know, if you're playing with your friends tonight, go out there, start playing like Cloud9. Get aggressive. Drop Pachinki. Come out of there with 4 alive, never having to fight. That happens in pubs all the time.
All the time.
Right?
Nobody goes Pachinki. I mean, not at all. But with this, you can see Mini Fridge Jr. and Crispier. They are the adapt guys, and man, they're gonna have to adapt to this late game. Looks like they still want to get a little bit of loot off of their friend's body. Simplicity now making their rotation way down to the south of this. This is no big surprise. We've been seeing them do this a whole bunch.
Pretty standard for them.
It's so weird, right? They're the only
Pimple
team.
again.
They're the only team that does this. Play Edge coming super late to the circle, and they're also the ones who are winning the most.
Well, they're the only ones in this lobby. There are a couple of other teams that really do like doing this, but it's kind of fallen out of favor as a lot of teams like to hard crash center, because here's the problem. You can kind of look at what's happening inside the circle.
Look
He
at
has
that.
9 inside of it. Oh no! Is it going to be another adapt player? No, it's check six. It's going to be not a developer rotating out and around. He's on the motorcycle. He's trying to dodge these bullets.
Dodging good.
He's pulling off a full Neo move there on a motorcycle, just letting the bullets whiz right over his shoulder.
And Pax takes out Vac up in the kill feed right there, so check 6 gets a good kill.
That's bad for Halo Climb. We talked about how Vac is their go-to guy. Remember, check 6, they do hunt around Yasnaya. That's where they drop. Halo Climb also in a similar location. Now it looks like a little bit of separation coming out from Halo Climb is going to cost them big.
Yeah, Halo Klein has a good spot here on the yellows. Unfortunately, they have lost back their leading fragger, their leading damage guy. See CeeLo now trying to make his way through there as well. Sharp Shot, Wild Card trying to make their way through everybody right now.
Of all the teams you're going to cross through, I mean, you're driving next to Gates and Elder Wolves. So Sharp Shot taking a little bit of damage. But, I mean, it's as risky as it could be. Oh, now here's the problem, though. If you got Cloud9 chasing back behind you, are they going to get a little bit frisky with this, trying to make the drive over there? Usually they don't like being shot at too much there. So with this K-Mine now crossing back up that hillside, going to put him back in line of sight, but he looks like
And somehow Moody already kills, downs and kills Sharp Shot too. So Z9 in the middle of their rotation, they're just playing on all cylinders right now.
Was that a drive-by shot? Did he make a
rotation
or something like that?
I mean, look, it was K-Mine that did it. It could have been.
Cloud9 said, day one, they're here to put on a show, and it is showtime without a doubt. Tamai getting taken down from Trifecta. Trifecta, another team really needing to stack up a couple more points. They want to feel a little bit more safe with it.
Six.
Yeah, this is not the team they want going against, but look at the shots come from Zenith.
Zenith Roth hitting some good shots over onto Nerf there. You can see not deterring Cloud9 in the slightest. It's like, you want to shoot at us? Which direction did they shoot you at, Nerf?
Well,
Tell me.
I'm
going to get them.
That's one of the things that I love about Cloud9 and that you don't see very often from a lot of teams that aren't playing with this kind of confidence is when you start getting shot at from some direction, when you start getting shot at from a team, a lot of the immediate, visceral response is to, hey, we got to run, duck, find cover, figure out what's going on. Cloud9's immediate response is, let's turn and shoot.
Well, we're seeing a big resurgence and aggressive play coming out here. We talked about it. Everybody wants every point they can get, and this is the last round for these guys, so they are leaving nothing on the table. They want every single point that they can possibly get. And CeeLo, you got some points coming your way, but I think it's a couple more than you want. And yep, it's going to be Drassel hitting the shot on it. Now, CeeLo, you got to die in the shit.
Yeah, Reinvent 18th place. They were behind check 6, and this is not what they needed right now. Ghost coming up on him here. You see Balak was down back there.
Coy, why you got to do that? Balak? He's been trying to save you so much. It's going to go ahead and take him down there. Got to get the res off. Naturally, you got Cherry Poppins in general location, just seeing Ghost fragging out on everybody. Got to make you rethink potentially where you want to be at. Cloud9 goes, hey, you know what? I think people like to hang out around gas station. Let's go check that out and see if we can get anything out of it.
If you're Trifecta and you see that foursome running right towards you, what do? You get in the damn dossier and get the hell out of there.
He's like, no, I don't want to have anything.
We don't want a part of this right now.
Go away, Cloud9. We don't like it. Just leave us alone. Please leave us alone.
They're trying again. Run.
All right, so here it comes. Can you avoid the shots?
At this. Right now, Theris and Soko don't really have an angle to take a shot here to protect their teammates. Filthy and He's just going to have to get on out of Dodge for now.
This is what I love. Everybody used to make that joke. Oh, you know PUBG esports is so slow. Nothing ever happens in PUBG esports. Sorry, you watched PUBG
Taylor.
esports like a year ago. This is PUBG esports violence all the time. I love it. North America just coming up big.
2.0 is Frolicker. He's already about half health. They are going to have to throw some smokes out to protect themselves. They are getting a little bit of long range heading their way.
So help me, McCoy. This is your time. You are playing in the perfect timeline.
Oh, yes.
Bring out the VSS. Meanwhile, Extreme rocking himself a DMR. Looking back over towards Cloud9 as it's going to be Moody that's down at the time.
Ooh.
Gonna have them doing a little bit of tree hopping there, back and forth, but now a couple of shots coming back over. It looks like they're just gonna cross right over behind this rock. They don't even care. They're like, no, we're just gonna go for this res. I dare you to continue shooting at me.
Well, they knew where the angle was coming from. That's why they started. You saw Nerf started to send some shots back over this way. They're going to be able to get this res off for now, but Extreme still wanting a piece of this.
So with this, we do have the circle that's gonna be collapsing here in about a minute or so. Circle is just going to be just south of where Check 6 is at. That's why you're seeing a little bit of a reposition from Cloud9. Maybe thinking about making their way over into the general vicinity where more firefights could be happening. Ghost still holding down that low angle over there
nice
as
shot.
well.
Just
Extreme.
Such great teamwork coming out of the C9 boys, making sure that everybody is covered. It's having two guys sending shots down towards Extreme and Pride from two different angles. We see the circle has set up over right on top of Zenith here, actually.
All right, but they also have E United that's deciding that they're wanting to go over there and get control over the circle. Simplicity is setting up, trying to get a little bit more information. Extreme looks like he's just trying to meet up with his teammates, maybe go do a little bit of scouting.
Only two of them.
Got to be very careful off this. That's why they're making a rotation with just one first, and it's going to be Team Gates taking a couple of shots. Then you can hear it bouncing off the UAZ, doing a little bit of damage. That one actually nicked Extreme, but he's going to be running right
into Zenith.
Yeah.
But actually, it's going to be Team Gates picking up that kill, which is huge for them. They need every point that they can get.
I got to say, Cloud9 feels like they're frustrating now. Okay, here's a
Simplicity.
big one.
Boy.
Simplicity running right up next to Ghost. Check shooter running by that angle. Got to be very, very careful with it. Simplicity running between Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Wooly.
Wooly jumping out. No! Wooly, what?
Oh my
What?
God.
How did you get away with that?
Balak is so upset at that, and I don't blame him.
Drassel shooting the shot. Oh my God, he's gotta get away. What happened there, Wooly?
I mean, look, Balak,
But look at Lush.
the idea was to just empty the clip on him. Unfortunately, right as soon as Wooly decides to jump out of the vehicle, he's at the end of his clip. He's got no more ammunition. He couldn't get on the other side of that hill in time, but he should get rezzed here.
Oh,
It's
here
now
we go.
pinnable.
Simplicity going a little bit back and forth. The motorcycle eating the bullets for this. And the return pick from Taylor J getting the down in the flush on a Pentalol.
And Taylor J all by himself in that compound as well. The rest of his teammates are just now arriving. You can see Ghost Drassel still trying to get an eye on where Ghost wants to go next. They still have no idea that Cherry Poppin is in this shack right here.
I don't think that Cherry Poppin wants to leave the shack. I don't even think he's going to peek out at this point. They're perfectly fine. They're like, okay, sooner or later we'll come over and get that. So now you can see it's going to be
these bodies.
United running back over here, picking themselves up some stuff. They do have Zenith over here. Look at this.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a little bit of a
this
love
is
tap.
so
I
close.
thought he was
Right.
dead.
Oh,
I
no.
thought it was over and done, and Wooly gets them.
Had he not hopped out, he was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just the last 4 or 5 bullets left in the clip for Balak. They just went right
Oh,
to the driver's seat. So
that's Simplicity
Wooly.
out in 15th place, smoking aces, netting themselves a kill, just like, hey.
Wooly is
Thanks.
wondering why the hell Sophie Lucius is right
Look at
here.
this. Simplicity guys are laughing like, what the hell? Why was he even there?
Who even stays there? Okay, I think they're all right, though. I think they're feeling
Yeah, they're
fine.
chilling. We mentioned
they're-
before this round started, you know, they have like a 1,000-point lead. They can just put down their mouse and keyboard, just walk away and still qualify, no problem.
All right, so now Sopalicious, you can see Cherry Poppin way off in the distance. You just have Ghost in between you. No big deal. No big deal.
New circle has popped. It's going to go dead center. We still have Zenith and E United still towards probably the most closest to the center. Sophie Lucius is going to get picked out.
Oh, yeah.
And
easy.
who gets it?
Dear.
It's going to be Balak, man. He's just been so great for Ghost today.
Hashtag give Balak the sniper.
I agree with that hashtag right now. I mean, he has just been absolutely performing. It looks like Ghost is pretty aware that somebody might be inside that shack, but just doesn't seem to care too much about it. I mean, that is a little bit of a risky push, and why waste the utility on it whenever you can potentially get, I don't know, 2 or 3 kills with grenades instead of just 1? It feels like that's Ghost's mindset right now.
Well, they've been doing a really good job of working this ridge line and keeping an eye on everything that's around them. They know that the compound that Frolicker is running up on is unoccupied. They have been scouting it out this whole time while taking shots at other people. McCoy going to play the bottom of this dip for right now while they try to push in.
This could be big. Just leaving Cherry Poppins back here.
Yeah, better start chugging those Red Bulls now, buddy. You got a long way to run.
I mean, he's just been sitting here listening to Ghost, getting into firefights, people randomly stopping and shooting people out of cars.
Sounds safe out there.
Soapy came by. He's like, hey, there's nobody. Oh, wait, no, that's a whole team right on top of you.
Yep.
So
I mean,
just keep staying there. Hang out there.
Keep the door closed.
It's fine.
No one's been in here.
Well, he's got that ditch that he can run to and hide in that should be out of the line of sight of Ghost for a little bit, as long as
I gotta feel it feels like there's nowhere to hide inside of this game. It feels like these teams are so active, running around everywhere. They are just trying to assert complete authority on the map and every single stage.
Gates is actually, I feel like they might be running at a little bit of a deficit.
Where are you going, Dang?
Boosts and heals here is Dang gonna get revenge. Team Gates
you can do it, Gates.
Revenge.
Sooner or later, Gates, you will hit the shot of Dang.
Remember, where did Gates drop? I feel like they haven't moved very far.
They dropped at apartments.
Remember, because Elder Wolves dropped over school.
So they're basically right outside of it.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I wonder what their med situation is, because I mean they're all kind of sitting a little low here.
They got all of apartments. Apartments got a ton of loot. They should be fine. Yeah,
they're just not topping off yet.
They just don't feel like they need it.
That's fine.
That'll be fine. All right, so naturally you can hear a lot of shots going off around different parts of the map. Nothing necessarily being too violent at this stage. We do have Check 6 hitting a nice shot onto GG.
I think C9 heard pride.
All right, so now Gates are going to get themselves down on, looks like the flush onto potentially another one. It's going to be Crimsy. Elder Wolves, though, still making a pretty decent path over there. Most of their players actually surviving that. Still have
pride.
Two up and active. So, all right, here you go. Moody steps up into it, and that's Wild Card just getting flipped out of that car.
That was hilarious. The ragdoll out the door?
What's funny about it is you can see, like, so many of these teams are very confident in their positions, even when they're going down. They're just laughing about what's happening. Like, okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah, Wildcard currently sitting in 4th place going into this game. They don't have a whole lot to worry about, but you always got to have that winner mentality, right?
Yeah, the teams that do have something to worry about are still all in it, right? You got Team Gates, you've got Check 6, and you've got Reinvent. Reinvent, they've already lost 2 members. Check 6 has a full squad, and I believe Gates has a full squad as well.
I mean, we do have Check 6 that has a great control point. We talked about how sometimes they just show up in this last game. Blue's going to get you. Yeah.
No,
Dressel takes it.
Dressel's going to get you.
Dressel's like, no. I'm not letting the Blue get any kills this game. They're all mine.
Ghost is playing out of their minds today. I mean,
this is the VSS.
I mean, they have been needing a day like this for the last two rounds. I mean, they had one day where they did fairly well, but no, not this kind of dominance that we've been seeing.
Yeah, this is a great confidence / morale boost for them going into the finals day, right? If they qualify here.
Oh boy, let me tell you something about Ghost. If there's one thing that they don't need, is more confidence. They've got that in spades.
Yeah, they tend to be a little bit confident, all things considered. I mean, you saw the interview with McCoy a second ago. Just such a funny guy, and I mean, yes, confident for days. I remember whenever he used to come around and like bring the Thanos gauntlet. He had the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bring it to events.
Does he play with it on, though? That's the question.
That's huge for them.
Is that his mouse hand?
If it was, that would be ridiculous.
Like, it's one thing to have the confidence, but it's another thing to have these kind of performances that really back it up and let the rest of the lobby know that you really are here to play.
And Halo Client Gaming losing back early, still inside of this, but I gotta say, I was talking to the coach from Halo Client Gaming after everything and after the rounds. He had to go outside and have himself a little bit of fresh air. His eyes were misting a little bit, realizing the fact that not necessarily going to go in their favor. NPL Dreams might be a little bit dashed there, but still playing for some pride.
Time. We still got this game.
Potential. They're going to have to really, really step it up, and I don't think that anybody's going to let them get the kills, though.
Yeah, even with like a first-place finish here, it's not enough, right? You got to go into a bunch of kills already, and they lost their top fragger back to start off this final round. Not the best position, but look at Pax.
Still finished strong.
All right, so we do have way up in the north. We have Trifecta. We actually have GG Well Played and Reinvent caught up in a fight right next to each other, going a little bit back and forth. We are watching Ghost right now.
Grizzly's down too. And Grizzly's out. That's huge.
So this is going to start to be pretty rough. A lot of these teams way up to the north. You're going to see potentially some of these more shark-based teams going and hunting them down as they're making their way a little bit closer towards the circle. Uh-oh. Could Halo Clan Gaming be thinking about moving in the same
no.
spot? They're just running across an open field, and Ghost is looking that way. Duck gets dropped off of it. You can see it's not necessarily the place that any team wants to be at, but somehow Gunner is right up in front of him. Greg's shot's going to try to make his way over to the hay bales, but...
He's the last one for Reinvent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, these two solos
gonna
need
have the
to
angle.
survive as long as they can here. Gunner under some serious fire. Greg shot as well.
Still 11 teams, though. We got 32 alive, but it's really these high-fragging teams that are just running around. You can see a lot of these solos under a lot of pressure as Cherry Poppins still sneaking up back behind Ghost. Shots are coming over his direction. Ghost now trying to take some shots over towards Gunner's spot. And I mean,
Cherry
it's just
Poppins.
how much utility do you have? How many smokes do you have, Gunner? Because you're going to be there for a hot minute.
Yeah, that's going to be Smoking Aces going out in 11th, and that's going to be Lobes picking off Gunner.
That's
and
huge
that's
for Gen
Halo
6.
Clan going out in 10th place as Gates is getting pushed on right now by Zen.
Okay, so now let's see how it's going. You can see Tony V playing around inside the smoke. Zenith is just trying to get some more information, but look at that reposition coming out from it. Gotta get the down onto one and two. Can he spot out the last member? Looking back through the smokes, trying to just see if he can hit any shots. I think he saw it last second. Pink battle back and forth behind the tree. And no, it's gonna be Roth.
Here comes
His
the backup,
aim has
though.
been on point. Landoon now running up next to this.
Landoon
Roth
is
trying to get
shooting.
taken down. Look at Gates still fighting for their survival. They want that NPL spot so badly.
Gates going to be
God,
going
no.
but here comes Cloud9.
One, and that's just
Gates is out.
That's the easiest squad wipe of Cloud9's life.
Gates out is 6th place, so it's great placing. Hope they got some kills behind it as well.
All right, Cloud9. You can see all these
Dang
teams
out in the
just...
blue. Dang just running out in the blue.
That's
Why
where he
not?
killed it from.
Okay.
Go explore. Go look around what's
And he's
going on.
out to the blue.
All
All right, so
So
we're
Elder
down
One's
to
out in
4.
fifth. Congrats.
And guess what we got? We got Ghost, we got E-United, we got Cloud9, and we were talking about it. Check 6 needed a game, but I
big
gotta
one.
say, this is a hard game to get a big
it
game
is.
in.
This one against Ghost, EU, and Cloud9. They've got their full squad.
I mean,
they're out of the circle, though.
Check 6 needs
you gonna
this
do?
so bad.
They do. This is so necessary for Check 6. They were talking about it. They want it
3 seconds per
so
circle.
badly.
Look, they already
Check
have
6.
they have 7 kills, so they've got a nice, decent amount of points off
They're
kills.
on
top
the path.
4.
They're
They just,
on the
if
path.
they get that 400 for first place, they could pretty much guarantee themselves a spot.
They were in 17th place moving into
Look
this.
at this,
so they're
though.
buying themselves a couple of more points, but they know there's a whole nother set of teams playing tomorrow. Check 6. I mean, I gotta say,
They got a vehicle, 2.
they have the opportunity, but this is probably the hardest opportunity you could possibly imagine. So with this, there's a little bit of distraction as these teams that are so violent are kind of taking a couple
Send
of pot
it.
shots at each other, and it looks like gonna be able to make the cross
good.
with
Love it, I
3
love
of
it.
them so far.
Great
Can
cross.
Pax also make it as there's so much attention drawn
line
his
them up.
way, trying to make it over there. They've got the smokes out, and they're gonna make it over with all 4 players because it's E-United and Ghost that are kind of getting in a little bit of a fight.
Exactly, but here comes Cloud9 from the west as well. So you got Cloud9 in the west,
God.
you got Ghost on the east, you got E-United dead center, and Check 6 holding down the north.
I know, it's so hard to say. Check
know.
6, it's
Cloud9
so hard.
It's 'cause
Cloud9
got
has a
X.
little bit of a height advantage here onto Check 6. They need to be watching this hillside here.
Oh,
As
yeah,
that
that's
fight's
it.
starting to pop off.
Pax got
this
nerfed,
is
though.
starting to get pretty frisky over on the other side. It's so many great snipers inside of this game. It is so dangerous, so little cover.
Ooh.
E-United has the only building inside of this circle, and it's just back and forth. Check 6.
Oh,
What you
they
got?
Lobes get
You got
came
that
on.
one.
Lobes.
That's so necessary for
But
them.
now Loeb's getting shot from McCoy.
Every single time they step up to try to defend themselves, they're getting shot from
Moody.
another team.
Moody's rotating back to get the reses up if he can make it there in time at least.
E-United
E-United
gets
just
the
getting
circle with
gifted.
the buildings. All right, guys, look, Cloud9, Ghost, go after E-United, go after them.
I know, right?
They're the team that you want. You want that position.
Cloud9 basically saving Check 6 right now by shooting at Ghost. Buying them some time.
Oh, and that's going to be
Godku with the
Godku.
snipe.
That was big. Can they get any flushes on it? There are so many people still alive at this stage. We need a couple of these guys to start dying off. Otherwise, it's just going to get so hard for Check 6. I mean, we already know Ghost is in a
Oh,
great position.
gosh.
E-United's in a great position. Cloud9 in a great position. Really, it's just the hopes and the dreams of Czech 6 to maybe make the NPL.
So tense.
C9 just going to hold the top of this ridgeline right now. They do have a little bit of a ridgeline left in circle. You can see the vehicle right on the edge here. They might be trying to wrap around the back of this.
They are.
It may be a situation where they're forced into crashing E United from behind here.
Yeah, and they want the slow side of circle.
It's a dangerous cross for them to make. There are two teams in that area. They're doing the math in their head. They know that somebody has to be around this location. Now it's just predominantly Czech 6 and Ghost that are going back and forth. You can see it's a utility battle as everybody is just throwing down whatever smokes they can, trying to find some type of safe cross. But E United has a little bit of an angle over towards Ghost.
Czech 6 and Cloud9, they're moving in that E United building.
But look at, C9 coming up from the south. They might be able to sneak up onto E United here while E United is too busy focusing on the gunfights going on to the north here.
All right, Czech 6 just running their way inside the safe zone.
They're right on top of each other.
But it's going to be Cloud9 looking back over towards Ghost. I mean, Czech 6 and
they
Ghost
trade.
are right
Godku
next
gets
to each
wiped.
other. This is starting to get big. Balak has near on no life. Godku is down and out. So they have their 7 kills. They have the 4th place spot. They have a down member of Ghost next to them. Loeb's just trying to get a little bit more information, sneaking up, seeing if maybe he can just pop up, be that breaching person. Maybe he can get a lucky spray off on this as Cloud9. It's going to be Ghost that managed to get another res back off on this, but it's been a lot of downs.
That's a good grenade.
It's going to land back over. It's going to be right over there next to Loeb's. It's going to do a little bit of damage. He's still alive.
Balak goes down.
Oh, that's so big. It's going to be a shot. Loeb's. Now how bad is it off for Czech 6? Just Pax alive. He's got to have a fight ahead of him.
But
How
Pax,
long
Balak,
can he
you want alive.
survive? He's looking back over on this other angle. There's nowhere to go. How can he make a play off of this? He has to hit a shot. He has to force Ghost to get away from him. E United is caught up right now, looking back over towards Cloud9. Pax down on his belly, crawling forward, just praying somebody distracts him. Throwing out the Molotov. Could maybe be close enough?
No, it's not going to be enough, but now they know where he is.
Look at Cloud9 and EU, though. EU has the circle again.
Cloud9 is pushing.
All right, Moody right up on top of these yellows, making his way over there. But look at this. It's going to distract Ghost. So now that's going to force them to start looking back this direction. Cloud9 now has to look back over towards Drassel as everybody is just waiting for the smokes to start to dissipate. E United has themselves the control and the fortification, but it's really, really hard to breach some of these yellow buildings. The sight lines out also have very big windows, so it's very dangerous for every single team that's approaching this. Profi just walking inside, looking around. Look at Guys holding a crazy angle onto that. That's going to be an instant flush coming out. Smokes down. It's just so quiet right now as it's just everybody looking back and forth. Somehow, Pac's still alive. He's got 2 people right next to him. So with this, it's just starting to be nades galore. Everybody's just turning into it.
Pax goes down.
Finally down and out. He's going out in 4th place, but now we've got this fight that's happening inside the yellows. Nerf, the last member alive. There's still Pistola time on that other angle. Could be so dangerous, but E United, here's Ghost on the outside of this. Can Ghost get another victory?
2 in a row.
How active is this gonna be? Look, Nerf has no helmet, just biding his time, waiting on this angle. He's near close to the center of the circle, but Ghost has to be hearing this firefight. They know they saw somebody pushing up. They see all the smokes. They know this is where all the fighting's been happening at. And
Pistola.
How close.
So
Nerf
close.
has the patience of a god. He's just so
wait for
sitting
it.
there.
Just wait for it. Any moment now.
Oh my God, this is nerve.
Here it comes! Okay.
Did he try to pre-fire that?
I think
he might have known that he was there.
All right, so we're in the last circle, 20 seconds before everything moves down to this final collapse point. We have some absolutely amazing fraggers inside of this.
Oh my
it's
God.
gonna be Pistola time. Taylor J still up and active.
This is Ghost game to lose.
Down on their bellies, creeping up, getting control over the center of the circle.
Easy to
Can
lose.
Nerf manage to survive? It's really just almost a matter of who gets 2nd place. You can hear a little bit of a firefight happening inside the house. It's just going to be a peek back and forth around that angle. And Nerf actually managed to leave the building. Now it's just slowly making his way
Ooh,
over
Frolicker
there.
gets taken really low there by Taylor J.
You can see Nerf aware that there is an angle around that window, not wanting to walk by it. That's how come he keeps dropping down. He might have to crawl next to it. Pistola Time knows everybody from E United, they have to start hitting some shots onto the Ghost guys. But Nerf is just biting and taking up so much of their time. Circles collapsing now. A minute,
Oh, look at
20
this.
seconds.
No way.
Can he
Nerf,
get on the roof?
I don't know.
Yes, he can.
What are you doing,
What?
Nerf?
Okay, Nerf. Let's go.
This
Let's
is
go.
crazy. This
Yo,
is
go,
absolutely nuts. Nerf, he could be coming up with a huge play. Nobody's going to be expecting this angle at all. He's got the nades out.
grenade.
He knows where the other players are.
Frolicker,
He's
take it
tossed
out.
it out. It's going to land over next to Taylor J. That's going to give away his position.
Nerf!
Nobody sees it.
Oh,
Looks
he saw
back
the
over
body.
there. Is he going to spot
No
out
way.
Travis? He's going to get the
Down,
down onto
Nerf.
it. Somehow Nerf is alive on this. Ghost now only has one member.
My
smack
God.
Are
dab
you
in the
kidding me?
middle
He's
of
looking
the
right at him.
circle. Can Nerf? Oh, I was going to say,
McCoy.
gonna get it, but no.
It's Taylor
gonna
J
be-
and McCoy.
All right, 1v1, and I gotta say, this is gonna be a nutty 1v1. That's gonna be
Oh.
Taylor J that gets the spot out onto it. McCoy has no life, shooting inside the smoke, just trying to
No!
spray, but it's gonna be E United getting themselves another victory.
What an impressive finish.